Hello traders, Troy from the Intraday Investors, and in this video I'm going to be talking about my trade on Tesla and Square and how I was able to take advantage of an opportunity that presented itself. So basically in this video, we're going to be talking about my trade. We're going to go over Tesla first. So what I'm doing is I'm trading options, and we're all unique in our own ways. We all have our own style of trading. So it's important to make sure you do what works for you, okay? So if your success rate it's working out for you, all right, everything's panning out, you want to make sure that you're taking advantage of opportunities that, based on history, are working for you. So for example, Square will do that because that was my first trade of the day. You can see Square from yesterday, it set a resistance at 152, okay? So based off yesterday, I'm only scalping these. So I'm only intraday investing these. So it only makes sense to look at a time frame from 1 to 2 to 3 days. I wouldn't be looking at a 180-day analysis or a 6-month analysis if I'm intraday investing. I mean, if I'm long-term, that's a different story. But, this is what I mean by my success rate. These always work out. When you see a break over resistance that, it hit that price point a decent amount of times, 152, I like to wait till after it breaks a whole number because whole numbers tend to be a psychological number for few. And I'll tell you exactly how it went. So Square, you can see we have the first 5-minute candle right here. And we have the break above the pre-market high. And we have the break above the high from yesterday. Okay, so what I did was I got my, this is my setup. So I have my active trader up here so I can manage 2 positions. Then I have my option chain below. So I bought a contract. I bought 2 contracts, one out of the money, okay? And I had a market conditional order. So a market conditional order is an order that I set up, and it automatically fills me once it breaks above a specific price point, I used to like to limit in, but, I tend to hesitate limiting in, and I always try to fight for the best price. And sometimes I get greedy, and that makes me miss out on opportunities and trades, and then I'll end up going to chase it. So I like to just have my market conditional order to automatically fill once it breaks above a certain price point. Okay, so we have this high from yesterday, and then we bring it over 152. Okay, and that's a psychological whole number. So I had my market conditional. Okay, hey, once it breaks above 152.10, then I'm gonna get in. Okay, and that's exactly what I did. So I entered 1 contract or 2 contracts, and then it broke above VWAP. It broke above the exponential moving average. And then you can see it played out perfectly. I did sell a little bit too early. That's one thing I need to work on is, having diamond hands, just not seeing the profit. Because I tend to trade off my P&L, and the goal is to trade on price action. Trade where sell when it goes against you on technical critical levels. So don't just watch your P&L and be like, okay, I'm up X amount of money, I'm going to sell. Because I could have made a lot more money. You know what I mean? So I ended up selling right here, and then I ended up entering again above this high right here. Okay, so I'm scalping. So I'm in and out. You can see we had higher lows, so we're showing a bullish pattern. And then I got another contract and break above here. So I scalped it twice for 445 profit, and then that's a strategy that tends to work for me. Okay, and if you really want to be good, if you look 3 days ago, you can see 154, another whole number, that's where it peaked out. Okay, so what I didn't notice till after is it didn't just break this high, it broke that 154 high too. Okay, so I got to keep that in mind. Maybe look back a little farther time frame to look for more critical levels. Right now we're holding above VWAP Square, so we're showing signs of strength. I have about 30 shares long term at about a 55-60 price average, but I also like to short-term intraday scalp options as well, and then I take my profits from an intraday trading and I invest them into a long-term portfolio. I utilize Cash App to invest because I don't want to buy a whole share of Tesla and I don't want to buy Apple right now. So I just do $10 a day right at 9:30 every day into Apple and Tesla on Cash App, and then I have my long-term portfolio, my ETFs, all on this. But yeah, so that was my trade on Square, and now we're gonna go over Tesla. Pretty similar pattern. This is another strategy that tends to work for me all the time. So you can see, we have live news on TD Ameritrade. So you can see there's news right here. I like to use pre-market to get another understanding of which direction stocks are going to be headed. You know, pre-market is good because it gives you an edge on your trading. You know, it kind of puts you in the driver's seat. So when the market opens, you have an understanding of, you know, I don't like to have a specific bias coming into the market, but, you know, pre-market and, you know, try to find some fundamental catalysts will definitely help your trading strategy. This was a pretty tactical trade. You can see we're consolidating above VWAP and EMA. Okay, started to coil up. I got in right at the break. Not so much this right here because it's at 1898, and I know 1900 is a psychological number, so I waited till it broke above 1901. I entered. You see it's above the EMA and VWAP. This was a picture-perfect trade. I took one contract because Tesla contracts are very expensive. But yeah, it worked. It panned out very nicely. You know, I had another market conditional order above this high, and I wrote it all the way up. And I think it wants to test 2,000 today. But honestly, Tesla is a freaking, I just can't believe it, I really can't. But you can see what I'm trying to say. Right now, I am considering buying once it breaks 1997. But if it doesn't break 1997, it doesn't pique my interests. I'm trying to buy on a breakout over the high resistance. You can see we tested 1997. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times we've tested 1997. We couldn't break. It's a whole number psychologically. 1997. So I would consider buying a contract above 1997, and if it does break while I'm on this live video, then you guys can see me live trade. If not, I'm not gonna force anything. But 2,000 would be probably a nice psychological number as well. So you just got to be careful. This is very risky. You can see it's very wicky. It's really struggling to break above 1997. But again, I'm not in any rush to trade. So if you guys have any questions, I like to utilize what works for me. I don't force anything. I trade based off a success rate and what works for me. We're all unique in our own ways, and we all have our own styles of trading. Okay, so some might want to be position traders, add right here, add at the break. But no, I'm momentum scalper, so I'm in and out. So, that's how my personality is. We all have our own personality traits. I want to see profit instantly. So, Tesla, Elon Musk, thank you very much. Very nice trade. Very nice trade. SPY's doing really well right now. You can see SPY, which is the S&P 500 ETF. We broke all-time highs before the coronavirus sell-off. So that's basically giving you an understanding that retailers and institutions are betting or speculating, that the future economy is going to be very strong. The economy was so strong before the coronavirus, and then we sold off. We really sold off, but we made a great recovery. And it's not, people are like, well, there's still a pandemic. Why did we break all-time highs? Well, the stock market isn't based on the present. It's based on the future value. So retailers and institutions are speculating, more strength. Maybe Trump gets back in office, maybe, so it's based off speculation. I hope you guys learned something today. Just 2 nice trades on Tesla and Square. Let's see how this is panning out. It's still consolidating, but if you guys have any questions or concerns, this is option trading. I find I really do enjoy option trading a lot. I do see myself doing this as a career eventually, but it's like being a doctor. You're a doctor and you don't go into heart surgery your first day or your first week or your first month or your first year. This takes years. This is a skill set where it takes years to develop. Okay, you have to emotionally and it's about emotional mastery. Having a systematic process, identifying your entry, your exit if the trade goes against you. Because if this trade goes against me, I need a risk management plan. I don't want to be bag holding an option that expires Friday tomorrow. You gotta understand. And I even write on a Post-it note. I'll write my entry, my exit, and where my stop out if the trade goes against me. Okay, so you're having that systematic process, but then you're emotionally intelligent. And sticking to your, being disciplined to your rules, and your loyalty will reward you in the long run. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like and comment. Let me know how you guys think about this video, and that's it. Take care, guys.